What's going on? You locked in with the Innovators YouTube. You already know I got the best interviews right here, man. You already know who I got in the building, man. I got the boy Dame in the studio. What's popping?
What up, man? You know we had to come tap in.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. They got me working.
Nah, I've been seeing it. You've been all over the place. How is it feeling right now?
It's good, man. You know, I come from hard work, so
Yeah.
you know, this is just another day for me. But you know, we made sure we had to tap in. I told the upper powers, I said, hey man, we gotta take care of the crib too now.
Nah, I appreciate you for sliding through. You know, you big time, you know.
I'm still with the people, man.
But nah, I appreciate you for pulling up. Definitely a pleasure and a blessing. Just to start off, can you talk about like how you grew up? Was your parents around? Like, what was that like?
Yeah, man, I'm from West Oakland. I was raised by a single mom. My pops was definitely involved, but you know, mom's held it down.
Yeah.
You know, I was always able to go to Pop's house, but you know, we don't give moms her flowers. She held it down.
Yeah.
You know, I come from, my mom got like 5-6 sisters.
Oh, snap.
Like 4 or 5 girl best friends, so that's what an extra 4 aunties.
Yeah.
So, you know, I rounded off about like 10 to 12 aunties, and it's crazy they all had boys.
Damn.
And we was all born in like that same year or the year before, so it's a lot of cousins of cousins of cousins, you know what I'm saying? And my pop side is big too, you know, the Aubreys out there in North Oakland, so you know, I come from a big family-oriented type of thing.
Yeah. What high school you went to? You went to Mac?
Nah, moms didn't let me go to Mac. Yeah. I went to Mount Eden out in Hayward.
Okay, I know that is. I feel you.
Nah, moms was on. I tried. Me and my cousin DeMaurian, one year we came up with a good plan, like, we gonna do it. They was like, man, y'all gonna sit your asses down, man, go finish school. But you know,
Mac was wild.
Yeah. Shout out to Mac though. I was up there, and then we still do all the alumni games, and you know what I'm saying, the Mac picnics. Like I said, West Oakland is like that tight unit. So yeah.
What was it like growing up in West Oakland for you?
Man, to me, I mean, I just said this the other day. I didn't know nothing outside of West Oakland and North Oakland as a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, our summer programs, Jubilee West was in West Oakland. When we had to go to Cat Mendocino, we left from the Boys and Girls Club in West Oakland. So I didn't even realize East Oakland until I got probably like 12, 13. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, it was just West Oakland and Bushrod in North Oakland. So, you know, it was close-knit. Like, it was fun. Like, we you know, I'm on 19th and Market. It's not the biggest hood, but it's right there in the middle. So, you know, everybody coming down Market. So, you know, we seen the vans come down, slapping. We seen all the cars. Like, you know, we was on that main street. So, it was good, man. It taught me everything I am. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny. I spent a lot of time in West Oakland growing up, too, though, because I went to church in the West. My family's been growing up church in the West. I feel like damn near still to this day, but Taylor Memorial, it's like on 12th and Adeline.
Yeah.
I just spent a lot of time at Defirmary Park back in the day, too.
Yeah, the pool and everything, the tennis courts.
Yeah. I feel like I learned how to swim over there for sure.
I'm upset. We never even got our Venus and Serena, but we got tennis courts in the West, though. Yeah.
So as far as like growing up, like how was that? Like you was a good kid, you was a bad kid. What was that like?
Nah, man, I was good. You know what I'm saying? But like I figured out early, like if you do good, you could get away with a lot more shit.
Yeah.
So even when it came to school, like, you know, we might got in a fight, might have cut class, might have, you know, even got in trouble just all out. But like I'm still an honor roll student. So by the time when it's time to come to suspensions and shit, it's like, man, bruh, it's a 3.4. Like, man, bro, just stop acting out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I was a good kid, man. Like, I don't know. It just didn't. I probably was scared of my mom. Keep it G with you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never wanted to disappoint her.
Like, you know, that's a tough one to disappoint moms for sure. I can resonate with that for sure.
Definitely.
How did you get into the music industry?
Man, so I went to college in Atlanta.
Okay.
Well, I didn't just go. I graduated from Clark Atlanta in Atlanta.
So,
I started getting into their radio program over there, and they used to enforce it. It's like, man, you got to intern. Don't wait till you graduate. Like, start interning now.
Yeah, for sure.
And man, they had this little flight program to where you could fly home round trip for $200.
Yeah.
It was called like X fares on AirTrans.
That's crazy.
So I was coming home like every 2 weeks, and I bumped into Chewy Gomez, and I was like, man, I'm trying to intern. So, you know, at first they tried to put me on a street team, at KMEL, but like, and no disrespect to Street Team, my people, those were my homies, but like I was hosting my own radio show in the A.
For real.
Like we doing homecoming, like I'm talking to the 2 Chainz before he was still Titty Boy, you know what I'm saying? Young Jock, all these people. So I kind of felt like Street Team was kind of a little backwards.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Chewy was like, "Oh no, just come to the studio," and doing the coffee runs, doing the go get the breakfast, typing up questions, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I didn't hold myself as an intern. I treated myself like I was actually a personality. So, further on, Chewy used to let me get on the mic.
For real?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I was Dame the intern for like a year or two.
Yeah. Before
they just started calling me the boy, like my original nickname. Yeah. So that's how I got started. Like Chewy Gomez KMEL.
That's crazy. Yeah. Now I rock with that for sure. How important do you feel that radio is today? Still, some people I feel like they sleep on it, but I still think it's important.
I think radio, like I come from radio, so I can't denounce it. So, but I would tell people like, if you want to get your song heard by millions of people in 2 minutes, it's the radio.
Yeah.
As much as people try to say they don't listen to the radio, people listen to the radio. So radio still means something to me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still that. My mom called me with my song on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it's still like people hitting me in my DMs like, oh, they playing your song in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even there.
Yeah.
So that let me know, like, these ain't music industry people who look good. These just regular, everyday people. So, the radio still means something to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Was it important for you to intern? Like, do you appreciate it more now?
Of course.
Yeah.
I feel like anybody who intern, it's like a close knit family, right? Like, no matter where you go in the world, most people came up from being interns in this situation. So, like, we all kind of look out for each other.
Yeah.
If I found out you was an intern here, like, my respect for you might be a little more because I'm like, it take a lot for a nigga to work for free.
Nah, for sure. I was an intern. I was just telling you. It's a lot.
Yeah, so you kind of hold that respect for people. And, I mean, even with my own business now, like, I still believe in internship because it kind of show your dedication.
Yeah, not for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, you're right, though. Interning is like a way for sure to weed out someone who ain't serious.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, I can respect that for sure.
Yeah.
So, after college, what was the transition from there?
So, yeah, I graduated from college, and I was still, like, intern at the station. You know what I'm saying? But, like I said, I kind of held myself as not no intern. So, I was doing the morning shows with Chewy. I was like his little sidekick.
Wow.
And, I would go into the little DJ booth and play around on my emotion turntables. And at one point, he was like, bro, stop playing with my stuff. Go learn how to DJ.
Yeah.
So they used to lock me in a room. J Pro, My Emotion, Chewy, like, after every show, like an hour a day, like, staying there and practice DJing.
Yeah.
Because you keep, like, you're not going to disrespect our culture. You know what I'm saying? So learn how to DJ, start DJing parties. Because I used to feel like some people wasn't playing songs we actually grew up on.
Yeah.
And I used to tell them, like, why y'all play that? Like, we don't even like that song.
Yeah.
So that was, like, one of my big things was, like, I was playing shit that, like, outside was really playing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then
on the radio. Or not on
like just at the clubs with them.
I get you.
But at the radio too, like if I could find a clean version, I would be like, play this record. You know what I'm saying? So like I started doing that and my emotion really kind of like believed in my musical picking ability.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I was the one who gave him the ROD I Can't Stand You record. NHT Boys is my blood cousin, so we did 6 in the morning.
Yeah, shout out to NHT, that's legendary shit.
Yeah, like so. Then it started moving on to more songs, and they like, yo, dude, when he come with a record, it's probably gonna work.
Yeah.
So that's how I kind of all happened after college. I was just at KMEL, just putting in work.
I didn't know that. That's crazy. And so you've been with so what was the first label you actually worked at?
Motown.
Really?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, after radio, I did like free A&R work for Gotti for a couple of years too. Now,
really?
Yeah.
So wait, how did you beat Gotti?
So at the radio station, I was like known for the extracurricular stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like when the artists come to town, they might need this, they want to go there, and they used to always just call me like, call Dame. So I was building a relationship with artists through that. You know what I'm saying? Like taking 2 Chainz to the Green Door and all that shit first. But like, I also like was fans of artists that I knew the DJs wasn't familiar with.
Yeah.
So I would go live to the artist like, yo, Big Von love this song. Yeah. But it was really just my favorite song, you know what I'm saying? And shit, Gotti was one of them. And we kind of just linked up and connected, like him and his cousin B Mims.
Yeah.
They just, I don't know, they took a liking into me. Yeah. And I was actually on my way out of radio, and they invited me to the studio. They sent me a text message like, come to the studio.
Yeah.
But that shit was out here in LA.
Shit. You was in the Bay?
I was in Oakland.
Yeah.
So I made a decision like 5 minutes. I just drove to LA.
Damn.
Yeah. And then we did Act Right that night.
Damn.
My first ever like beat placement was Act Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's hella, and that shit went up. I mean, we already know that went up.
Yeah, it went up.
It had like, it did Act Right for sure. It was like, it had Bay vibes for sure.
Oh, yeah. It was P-Lo made the beat.
Yeah.
You know.
You brought P-Lo to the studio? Or how did?
Nah. Well, I was juice driving to LA because I had like one of the biggest producers sending me beats at the time. And I wasn't even listening to the beats. I literally just had them email and I'm driving. Got to the studio and I'm playing the beats and they wasn't like, they was trash.
Yeah.
And I probably played like 8 or 9 beats. And Guy was just like,
nah.
And he was like, man, you got one more. So I'm like texting P-Lo, please send me something. Like I didn't even know producers like that. I just knew P-Lo.
Yeah.
Like he sent me the first beat was like Act Right.
Damn.
And Gotti was like, you know, it's still like an inside joke. Like, is he dissing me for catching all them L's with them beats, or like, did he really want to do that? Because I'm going back to the Bay. Kind of is like we sending this nigga back to the Bay because he losing.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying? And like. But it was other like big label heads at the time in there, A&Rs and publishing people, and they like, no, that's fire. And they like, man, just put a verse on it. And he put a verse on it.
And then it went up.
And then Jeezy co-signed it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
so that was like your first A&R experience?
Yeah, that was my first A&R experience.
Did you know on the way down that you wanted to be an A&R, or that never crossed your mind?
Nah, I was just going to hang out with your guy. I was just going to see what's going on.
Was like, oh, I'm just going to go. Nah, I'm for sure. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then, so, you were literally working for Gotti for free at this point.
Yeah, because I didn't even know how to get paid from it.
Wow.
Like, everybody talk about the A&Rs, and, you know, I started hearing, like, oh, I'm an A&R, and you meeting homies in the crew, they say they A&Rs, so, shit, I just started calling myself an A&R.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we did the E40 record Law.
Yeah.
And, I'm getting a bunch of like credit for this shit though. You know what I'm saying? Like the streets, everybody like, oh, that's Dame did that Dame. So I was more cool with that. Like then I started realizing like, wait, niggas getting paid for this though.
For sure.
So, you know, not like that Gotti did on purpose, but I think he probably was like, this nigga ain't gonna ask about it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
let it ride out till he
yeah. So I had to like start figuring out like, how do people get paid for this? You know what I'm saying? And you know, he told me, you know, at the labels, you know, I started meeting more people because I was with him a lot.
Yeah.
So I started meeting A&Rs and presidents of labels and stuff like that. So, you know, I mean, shit, I had a regular job still too. So,
for real? What you was doing?
I was at PG&E.
Really?
Yeah, I did PG&E for maybe like a year. And I had little hustles, but I probably was with Guy maybe like 3-4 years. And then Jay Valentine connected me with Motown Records.
Wow. And so Motown was your first A&R job, or you was an artist, or what was it?
Motown was my first industry. Here go a salary, here go a contract. Like, I remember they called me, it was like, who your lawyer? I'm like, man, I'm thinking still like, I ain't been in no crime. Like, what I need a lawyer for?
Yeah.
And they was like, bro, you need a lawyer to negotiate your deal for you. And I'm like, all right. So had to get a lawyer, and they sent me an employment as an A&R. And then Ethiopia was like, man, I think you deserve a label. So she gave me a label deal.
Damn.
Then I had some music. She was like, how about we give you an artist deal too? And I had like 3 different checks from Motown.
That's honestly, that's fucking crazy. How does someone even do that? Like, I feel like we don't really hear about shit like that happening often.
Nah, it caught me off guard. Because it was like one day, you know, you hustle, you got your little side bread. P&E pay well, you know what I'm saying? So you're getting like couple of dollars a month. And then one day, the account just like
go up. You like, oh shit.
But I screenshotted this shit and sent it to my mom. I said, look at this. And it was like numbers in there though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and shit, it was just time to go to work from there.
And so were you were making music all this time before or like?
Yeah, so before Motown, I ended up I did the Mozzie and Black Youngster project.
Okay.
And that's where we introduced Moneybagg Yo on there to the West Coast.
Yeah.
And then I put out a song with Ty Dolla, Asia Marcel, and Eric Bellinger. But I didn't know what to do. Yeah. I just made a song and put that shit out. Like, of course, DJ Khaled was like, oh, we gonna do some DJ Khaled shit. Yeah. But not on the major thing. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
And what made you even want to do that back in the day? You just like, fuck it, I got the connections, let me put it together?
I always felt like nobody on our side was doing it.
Nah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? I think like, I guess the person everybody probably would expect to do it was Vine.
Yeah.
But Vine wasn't doing it at the time.
Yeah.
So I was like I'm literally homies with all these people though. You know what I'm saying? And after Act Right, everybody was like, send me beats. You know what I'm saying? Or let's work. Like, and I'm like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, if Guy don't like the verse, what I'm supposed to do? So I just had a bunch of artist hooks, verses. I was like, man, I'm about to put out a song.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how
and so when you get the deal with Motown, how does that go for you? Because this is your first one, so you figured everything out and shit.
Yeah, I'm figuring it out. I'm learning like what an A&R really has to do, like agreements, negotiate shit. So as an A&R, my first thing, I was at Motown. I'm like, well, Detroit popping.
Yeah.
And they even was like, what you mean Detroit popping? And I'm like, they thinking like Eminem, Big Sean. Yeah. I'm like, nah, Detroit got some street niggas who cracking.
Yeah.
And I came across Instagram that Vezzo was about to come home.
Yeah.
So I'm like calling around Detroit, and they connect me with his manager Chanel and Mel, and that was my first artist I signed.
I'm about to say, I was like, Vezzo with Motown.
Yeah, I signed Vezzo.
Shout out to Vezzo.
Yeah, we got him at the halfway house.
Damn.
Like he was like still on like maybe just got out.
That's crazy.
So I went to like a gym to meet him.
That's crazy. And that's the first person you signed.
That's the first person I signed. I was just like, it makes sense.
Right now.
Yeah. So Vez was who I signed first, and then they, like I said, they gave me a label deal. So I signed like my first artist to my Play Too Much shit was like Paris and Murdoch.
Yeah.
I signed them, and then everything just collapsed.
What you mean?
Niggas got fired.
How did that go down?
To this day, I still don't know why.
You didn't get a reason?
Nah.
I got fired too. Then they told me they didn't have a reason.
Man, it was like we had a meeting one day. I'm talking about I was there for about a year. We had a meeting one day. I think I just did Vezzo, not Up the Scope, but How I'm Coming with him and G Herbo. So I'm like, streets, we cracking. You know what I'm saying? Like, and my big thing was like, the streets is talking about Motown. Like, it's a legacy label, but we got like niggas talking about I want to go sign to Motown.
Yeah.
So, man, we had like an A&R meeting. Me and my boy Jay Brown, we just running down all our new shit. Yeah, we got this feature coming in, and shit, it was like, all right, cool, like regular meeting. About 30 minutes later, like, yo, they want to see you in the office. And when I was coming in, my boy Jay Brown was coming out. He like, bro, they just let me go. I'm like, bro, stop. Like, this is my nigga though. Like, we started together. So I'm like, bro, stop playing. You know what I'm saying? He like, bro, I promise you, I'm gone. So I'm going to the meeting thinking like some other shit though. I'm like, all right, man, they hit me with the news too. I said, damn, they got me too.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I still don't know why. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like something else monumental has happened since we've been gone.
Yeah.
They already had like QC and Lil Baby, so that was already going crazy. But I don't know, man. I need that convo though. I still just want to see like, yo, what you thought? You know what I'm saying?
And so, like, how did that moment affect you? Because I know when I got fired, it fucked me up for sure.
Yeah, I mean, when you get fired, you think you're a failure. First of all, you like, damn, what the fuck? Like, niggas, you know, you gotta think about all the extra talk at home, niggas who already was hating on you. So, man, I called Gotti like, bro, these folks just fired me, and he was like, where you at? I'm like, LA. He was like, all right, we got you a flight to Atlanta. So I got fired, went to the hotel, straight to the airport to Atlanta, and we was in the studio, and that's when I did Broke Niggas for City Girls.
Damn.
Like Tracks a Million beat everything. So he kind of and City Girls is signed to Motown, right?
Damn.
So Gotti like let me know like, bro, it wasn't you.
Yeah.
You know, it's just the system. You know what I'm saying? Like you still talented, you still know what you're doing, you still know how to pick these records out. And man, I was like, oh shit, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And so when did you officially get with CMG?
So being CMGs, I was working them for free.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Me and Gotti was just, we built a friendship. So
yeah.
It wasn't even that I was looking for money. Like, and you know, I could have got it from him if I wanted to. Like if I would have said, bro, I'm broke. I wasn't broke though.
Yeah.
I was still getting paid for Motown, everything. So you know, I was just chilling with my homies. Yeah. And maybe like 2-3 years ago. Well, when Motown fired me and him had a convo, and he was like, bro, how much you need? And I'm like, bro, I've been your friend for free. Like, I don't know how much to tell you I want. Like, you my partner. And, you know, we came up with a number, and he was like, shit, just keep doing what you're doing. Like, yeah. And
that's what's up.
Now we turned up. We did the CM10. I executive produced that.
I saw that, yeah.
And, you know, I wiggled into another deal.
What was it like producing CM10?
It was fun. You know, we started during the pandemic, right before the pandemic. So when the pandemic hit, you know, I was just telling bro, like, I don't think we should come with club records because we ain't in the club. And I'm like, we probably should. You know, we did Big Homie Rules, which I helped on the album before. So everybody was hitting them about Big Homie Rules. I'm like, we should just go crazy off that idea. Like, niggas want to know how you doing all this. So we started the process, recording. We thinking the pandemic gonna end, and then this shit just kept going. Yeah. So, no, we good. So we just kept recording, and the album kept getting bigger and bigger, and it ended up being a double disc because we was recording so much.
Yeah.
And, you know, it felt good. Like, my opinion mattered. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a decision maker.
Yeah.
I was able to wiggle some Bay Area people on the production.
Yeah.
You know, we got we actually got Tracks a Million, like, last 2 beats he made.
Rest in peace.
And then Link Up on there, Reese Beats on there. So, you know, we was able to spread the bread around and opportunity.
Is it hard for you, or you say, is it like, I guess, is it hard for you to get the Bay Area placements in there, or you feel like it's not that hard, you know?
Nah, I mean, I got the cheat code. So, I mean, it's directly going to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And me and Gotti relationship is where, like, he gonna try something if I ask him to.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm actually telling him what we looking for. He's like, don't send us no turn-up shit if he ain't rapping about turn-up shit.
Yeah.
So, it's not hard. I think one thing about the culture at home, we still trying to build up the culture, like industry shit.
Yeah.
Like, if you send me 3 beats and they don't get picked, that don't mean stop sending me beats.
Yeah.
Like, keep sending them until we pick one. And that's what, like, Link Up do it. Like, he would send beats every day. Tracks a Million, PK would send shit every day.
Yeah.
Reese Beats would send shit every day. So, like, you know, they might send 30, 40 beats over the year, and, like, 3 or 4 got picked.
Yeah.
And that's just how, like, you know, that's just how it goes.
Just to I guess to switch topics a little bit, but how do you feel personally about the Bay Area music scene right now?
I think we trying to figure it out. It's like a new, it's a new time. You know, it's new 21-year-olds, it's new 18-year-olds. So I think we just trying to figure it out. I think our legends just trying to figure out where they fit at. Yeah. And, you know, I think we just need a little structure with this music.
Yeah.
And we'll be good, though.
How do you feel about people saying that the Bay wants to sound like Detroit, or like we don't have our own true sound at the moment?
I mean, I think the internet did that, though, right? You know, like, the internet made everybody one place. You know, at one time, I think you had to go to Detroit to understand what the Detroit sound. You had to come to the Bay to see what the Bay was like. Yeah. But with the internet, you know, it's all one. Like, you don't even got to be in the streets no more. You can literally watch YouTube. Oh, that's how Chicago do. Yeah. That's how Atlanta do. All right, I'm going to mix all this up. I'm gonna do that. So, but I think the Bay still got it because we still say some of our shit. Like, we still got our own isms.
Yeah.
You know, Detroit and the Bay is cousins. We just got to accept it. And, you know, we just need to be their California cousins and make our shit.
Is it possible for? I mean, we have you are on a major label. You with Def Jam. Is that like a possibility we can see like multiple Bay Area artists on bigger labels?
Yeah, I think we just got to make the right music.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like I think people got to understand reality. Like I think people so big on like, oh, I made this blog. I'm cracking. I'm popping, and they just gotta see the bigger picture. Like. It's so much more in the world than just your 8 homies playing that song.
Yeah.
Or you gang banging on a record. Like that shit only goes so far.
Yeah.
We like the music industry is based off hits.
Yeah.
So like it's entertaining. We love to see who you niggas don't like. But at the same time we need to make a hit record because when you listen to the radio and you got the award shows, you gotta think who you going up against. You going up against Lil Baby, Jack Harlow, Drake, Cardi B, like you know what I'm saying, Coi Leray, like they ain't talking about nothing gang banging shit. They on some like hit records.
Yeah.
So we just gotta kind of get in the mindset of like I need to make a hit rather than let me show the nigga how much I don't like him.
Yeah. No, I get you. I respect that for sure. So how does the Def Jam deal come about?
Man, so like I said, the A&R community is like a tight knit. Everybody got their own crew, and one of my homies is Halim over there at Def Jam, and I met him through Gotti back in the day. I think he was like putting in his work as a like intern assistant at Epic.
Yeah.
So we built our own relationship. Kind of had the same story. He came from G Unit, like working for 50 and them, and I just had this music. Like, and he was like, he my homie. We talk every day.
Yeah.
And he presented my music. Shout out to Noah. He presented my music. And I think my name was just kind of moving around like, yo, Dane got some music. Like, y'all should hear his music. And then another thing, I'm CMG. So I think niggas was like, oh, we can still be in business with Gotti and them by doing something with him. Yeah. So, a couple other places hollered at me, but I'm big on legacy. So like Motown was like a black legacy. I think Def Jam is a black street legacy. So I was kind of like honored to even be able to go to Def Jam.
How is it received being an A&R and an artist? Is that like is that a common thing?
I mean, I don't know. I separate them though. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
I'm CMG A&R, so I'm still, making sure Gotti stuff is on point. Our other artists, Doug G, Bag, Youngster, just signed Mozzie over there.
Yeah.
So I'm still like technically I'm doing my job over there, and when it comes to this music, I'm giving Def Jam the hot music to put out, and I'm doing my job over there.
How involved were you in getting Mozzie signed?
I mean, I've been trying to do this for like 4 or 5 years, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So I mean, I was heavy into it. Like, I always thought Mozzie fit with us, but he was getting his own money. Like, I couldn't knock him for it, and he was getting a lot of it. So by the time he was ready to actually see what the major labels was like, I think him and Davo, I probably was like one of the first 2 calls they made.
Yeah.
And like I said, Mozzie been around us. Yeah. So I made the call to Gotti, like, bro, ready to come over here. And, we chopped it up a few times. We heard the music, even though we know what the music was. Yeah. And it all made sense to Mozzie and Davo. And we put the chain on Mozzie.
That was I feel like that moment was super big for Northern California in general because we all looking at if who would it be like if the sign like because I feel like the NorCal needed an artist that went to even bigger platform. Niggas in NorCal preach the independency, but like it's like we like sometimes the nigga we need that stamp. Like,
we gotta go get the bigger check. Yeah, we gotta go play ball. Like I said, like one thing about Mozzie, I think he really like lived the independent life. It's like he didn't take himself lightly. So even though he was independent, they were still shooting big looking videos. They were still going on tours. They were still going to different cities and setting up shops. So, I think Mozzie like fulfilled his independent duties. And I was like, it just made sense. Like people love him. Our label, CMG, like we fans of Mozzie. Yeah. Moneybag was a fan of him. G is a fan of him. Like Black Youngster, like we did a tape together. Yeah. So, and Gotti at the end of the day, like Gotti was a fan of him, and it just made sense for Mozzie to come rock with us.
Yeah, that was nice to see for sure. You got the new single out right now featuring Rick Ross and ESTG. Yeah. What was the mindset for that record?
I kind of wanted to pay homage to like our hustlers from the '80s in Oakland, in the Bay Area. So, like Lil D, he just came home and but he outside, and I run into him a lot, and I felt like, a lot of these other people getting honored, but they kind of, they didn't stand down. They didn't stand on what they were supposed to stand on.
Yeah.
And D stood on what he was supposed to stand on, and it's a lot of high profile hustlers from the Bay who coming home or they been home, and I just felt like, how can we pay homage to them? So I didn't find it, but I came across the Everlasting Bass, the original record.
Yeah.
And I feel like that record represented the West Coast hustlers and dope boys, like Paid in Full representing New York hustlers and dope boys. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I picked that record. And G, my homie, so I called him. He did his verse and shit. I sent Ross a DM.
For real?
Yeah, I just DM Rick Ross.
For real?
Yeah, I can show you the DM.
That's crazy.
I literally was just like, yo, what up, legend? I'm doing this. I'm trying to get this. And his only response was like, send it.
Damn.
And he sent that shit back like a day later.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's hard for sure. Why specifically those two?
I feel like that song is so hard, you know what I'm saying? Like 40 and Cash Money redid it.
Yeah.
Wayne redid it, you know what I'm saying? And it's like that song deserves rappers, not like necessarily the auto-tune rap.
Yeah.
Like you got to be a real rapper. And I feel like I ain't never heard a bad verse from ESTG, like ever.
For sure.
Like so I was like, I know I want G on something, and I sent that to him, and then I was trying to figure out like who else can like stand next to G. Like you can't put. I know like a lot of now artists, they do the singy rap. Yeah. So I'm like, I already had records with Doug. You know what I'm saying? I had everybody from CMG on records already, and I was like, let's marry the two different times of the streets.
Yeah.
And I was like, ain't nobody gonna talk better than Ross.
Yeah.
Like, so I like I said, I DM Ross, and to my surprise, he just,
got back at you.
He got back at me.
I respect that for sure.
Yeah.
What can we expect coming soon as far as the music? Album coming soon?
Nah, album is almost done.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a mixture of the house, like Bay Area, from production to artists, upcoming artists, artists who are already doing their thing, and I'm mixing it with, of course, my CMG family.
Yeah.
They all over the project, and then we use a little bit of our industry friends to complete it, but it's all really kind of like to bring attention back home to the Bay.
Yeah.
Like
how important is that for you?
I think it's big. Like, I'm proud to represent the Bay Area, and I think we just had to play the game. Like we had to get the people like if I sample a record from the Bay and I just put two Bay Area people on it, it's kind of like whatever. Yeah. Y'all sample that song. But if you sample a record from the Bay and you put somebody enormous on the record, it's a whole nother record.
Yeah.
And that way people still got to ask what record was that, where does the original come from, like who produced it.
Yeah.
And that's where like I'm just trying to kind of trick the industry on like giving us our flowers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I get you. I like that for sure.
Yeah.
Do you feel like I guess how I want to say this? Some people say that the hyphy movement made people not take the Bay serious as far as the music.
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
The hyphy movement. I mean, I think it was a gift and a curse. You know what I'm saying? I think the gift was a lot of people made money off it.
Yeah.
And they got to, feed their families and that. But I think the curse was like, it might have been a little too animated.
Yeah.
To where like it kind of looked a little cartoonish.
Yeah.
And but I'm from the originals. I seen you and Cook, like I'm from when it was just hyphy the word. Yeah. It wasn't a movement. It was just a nigga bounce out his car like, well, that bro getting hyphy over there. You know what I'm saying? So I understand generations, man. Like and that generation got to feel like they was a part of a movement.
Yeah.
But I was a part of the original Keep the Sneak movement. Yeah.
Would you say the Bay is like its own bubble? Like we're so like you could be the most popping person in Oakland and Frisco, but like you could go to New York, not even go that far. You could go to Oregon and nobody might know you. Like, do you feel like the Bay can be caught up in its own, like, I'm popping in the Bay and that's good enough? Like,
it's definitely a bubble, but I think they don't know any better though. You know what I'm saying? I think the independent thing was so big for us that like niggas run with it.
Yeah.
But they don't know that all them niggas was independent when they got a check from a major label too.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, people just got to get outside. People got to like go work these, go work the records. And we definitely in the bubble though.
Yeah.
Like it's people that is the biggest artists at the crib and never been heard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Which is crazy.
But I think that's on all of us too. Like I think if, let's just take Offset Jim. If Jim got the biggest record, we need a champion Jim.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter if you accidentally playing a record in Atlanta or in New York or L.A. Like, we need to all be like, yo, Jim is our guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Until the next one comes. Stunner Man. We need to bring him up.
Yeah.
All black. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it got to be a record, though.
Yeah.
Like, it can't just be like, oh, that shit kind of cool. Like, we got to make sure these niggas got records.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I get you for sure. And I agree. It should be like that. Sometimes they they're trying to say like there's a stigma of like crabs in the bucket. Nobody wants to see nobody shine. But like if you could pull one person up, I feel like you can kind of keep that system going.
And you know what? I don't even think it's crabs in the bucket.
Okay.
Because every city got that.
Yeah.
Every city, like if you go to Atlanta, there's niggas who don't like the popping nigga out there.
Yeah.
It's always gonna be a this side versus that side. You know what I'm saying? I think we just use it as an excuse at home.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I think artists got to take responsibility of the weird shit they do too.
Got you.
You know, because a lot of our artists are getting offered deals, but they want to be independent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that ain't your fault. That ain't the listener fault. That ain't the Bay fault. That's that artist wanted to keep 100% of nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
So we got to give the artists a little credit of like, hey, we need y'all to play the game too.
Yeah. You got to know how to play the game. What advice would you give to someone that is trying to get in the music industry, be an A&R?
I tell anybody trying to be an A&R, find you one artist. Just find you one artist and build with them. Because if that artist blow up and get cracking, somebody got to get credit for it.
Yeah.
And if you the nigga with the artist every day, they going to ask what you do.
Yeah.
Is you the manager? Is you the A&R? Is you the DJ? Like, who are you?
Yeah.
And, you know, if you lock in with that person and they solid enough, they going to say, this my A&R.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But, like, besides that, you can always try to be an intern. You know what I'm saying? You can try to find a way to be cool with people because you're really trying to, like, it's like the streets, right? It's like you trying to join somebody's crew. And that's not the easiest thing to do.
Yeah, nah, you're right.
Especially in the rap game, it's already street niggas. So they looking at you like I remember being a part of CMG early. Yeah. And all these Memphis niggas are looking like who the fuck is this nigga?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like these niggas is like big homies now, like the Jukes and the Vatos and Neros. But like I'm sure at one point they was looking like, who the fuck is this new nigga around us?
You're not from
I'm not even from there. But, you know, like, we did Act Right to where it loosened it all up.
Like, okay.
They're like, oh, we see what he did. You know what I'm saying? To where, like, I got accepted. But, I mean, you know, it ain't easy just trying to join some niggas' crews. Like, I would say, you know, try to find you an artist and make that artist pop.
Nah, that's good advice for sure. What would you say is the biggest lesson you've learned so far in the music industry?
My biggest lesson I learned, probably just believing in yourself. Like sometimes you gotta have that extra vision in yourself to be like, this is what I want to do. Like everybody ain't here to believe in your dream. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I think people get like this feeling of like, oh, I'm being hated on. Niggas don't want to help me, and it's like, nah, that's your dream. Like why do this nigga need to believe in your dream?
Yeah.
He got 20 other nigga dreams he need to believe in, including himself. So, you know, I think it's just you got to believe in your own self. Like, it might not make sense at the time, but if you really believe in it, like, you going to put the work in. It might take 4 years, 5 years, but once you get it, you might get, like I did. I got 3-4 deals at one time, and it just hit all at once. So,
did you have moments where you not want to quit, but like I guess maybe you lost the belief in yourself?
Of course, I got fired. I got fired from like, you know what I'm saying?
When you got fired, you was like, you felt that you didn't know if it was going to work out?
Damn, where the fuck else do I go?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, I was grateful to have CMG to like fall on. But of course, you know what I'm saying? You might go on a 4-5 month streak of not getting no record place. Yeah. To where like everything I was playing Gotti, he kind of was like, nah, I ain't feeling that right now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or you waiting for features to come back and niggas is like taking forever. Yeah. So of course you're going to have times. But like I said, that's when you got to believe in yourself though. Like that's when that drive got to kick in of like, fuck these niggas. I know what I'm about to do. Yeah. And then, you know, you working for you working to be prepared for when your name is called.
Yeah. Nah, that's key. You gotta be ready when your name is called. Yeah. I like that for sure. Outside of music, like, what do you like to do?
Man, I like to chill, bro. I think like being in the public and music, sometimes you gotta give yourself a break. So I'm a big chiller. I like to rock with my family. Like I said, there's a million of us. Like I enjoy going to get massages and just relaxing. Yeah. Because this shit is crazy. You know, I might turn the phones off for a day. You know, watch some TV, movie, play some video games. Like I just try to find my equal balance. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Can you talk about your label, Play Too Much? Like, how did that come about?
Man, so Play Too Much was like, I always wanted my own label. You know, you come up under Cash Money, you see like niggas from neighborhoods got labels and they turn into bosses. Like, so I always wanted my own label. Being a part of CMG, like seeing that it was possible to do, but you know, I didn't agree with everything Gotti might do. Yeah. Like, but that's his label though, so he got the right to say, I want it to be ABC. Yeah. So I definitely took from his, but I remixed it to shit that I would actually do. Yeah. And I realized I can only do that if I got my own shit. I can't tell CMG or Def Jam or Motown, hey, y'all should be doing it like this. Like, nigga, you don't own this. Yeah. So that definitely was like one of the things that made me get my own label. And then I had my own vision. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an A&R for CMG, so I present artists to Gotti probably every week. That don't mean he gonna believe in it as well. Yeah. And you know, I just wanted to do my own shit, and I wanted the Bay to have a label. I felt like we didn't have too many. Yeah. Like growing up, I remember Sick With It. I remember Thiz. But that was it. And then, you know, Jay Stalin had Livewire. That was like one of the first like local niggas that I seen like, wait, you could have a label? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And seeing him sign people, and then, you know, you had your FODs, and you start seeing the labels come, and I wanted mine. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
How hard is it to start a label?
It's not hard, but like you should know what you're doing. For me, my label was like a growing process for me. Like, you know, I signed some artists, and you know, like they like my little brothers and little sisters, but at the same time, like you got to figure out how to make that shit business too. Yeah. So it was a learning experience for me. Like I said, I probably started a label a year into getting my Motown shit. So I had the label, Motown signed me, I signed my label. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like that fast, but you know, it was a learning experience. I thought it was easy, just you sign people, you put the music out, but it's like you damn near a psychologist, you damn near a parent, you damn near, you know, you inherit some of the shit they going through. Yeah. So it's a learning experience, but you know, it's good.
Nah, I like that you did start a label. You're right though. We need that foundation for sure.
Yeah, like I don't think like what other labels we got.
There's not a lot of labels in the Bay.
Outside of like real labels though, like on paperwork. Yeah, this niggas claiming shit. Yeah, but it's not
nah, you gotta have the paperwork official to call your shit a label for sure. If you could pick yourself to be any animal in the world, what would it be and why?
An animal?
Yeah.
Damn. An animal? Trying to think of the most non-racist animal we can say. An animal? Probably like a lion.
Okay.
I think they just respect it.
Yeah.
Like, they you still got to hold your own, but they still respect it.
Yeah.
Like, so I'll say a lion.
How do you feel about rap beef? Do you think that is good for the industry? You think it's bad for the industry?
I mean, if you don't like a nigga, you don't like a nigga. So if you want to say fuck you or the so, that's I can't tell you not to like a nigga. But you know, I believe if you're gonna make a diss record, make it a hit record. You know what I'm saying? Like Tupac was dissing niggas on songs about women.
Yeah.
And like we heard that shit on the radio every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you listen to Toss It Up, that shit is about a woman.
Yeah.
Whole second verse is Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
So like, you on the radio, listen, you know what I'm saying? We'll Snoop in them Dre Day. Like you listening to hit records, they dissing niggas. Like challenge yourself to if that's what you gonna do. Like get I say get the most out of it.
Gotcha.
Like don't get a diss record to go on YouTube and niggas just want to hear how much you don't like a nigga. Like try to make a hit, or you know, it's a part of hip hop. But you know, I wish niggas. I know the crib right now is crazy with the diss records.
Yeah.
So I mean, of course, I wish it would slow it down because, you know, don't nobody want to be humiliated on no song and video. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of caused a little more than what need to be caused, because niggas not rappers. These niggas are just niggas who know how to rap.
Yeah.
You know, like I think back in the day it was like, oh, I'm the rapper, so I'm gonna get you on the mic.
Yeah.
Like, no, niggas ain't. That's not us.
Niggas, it's like we're really talking about some shit.
Niggas ain't. Niggas not Curtis Blow and Run DMC. You know what I'm saying? Like, these is young street niggas who really doing what they doing. So, but make hit records, man. Yeah. If you gonna say fuck a nigga, at least make it a hit.
I got you. Looking at your life, is there anything you would change or you would do a little differently?
Nah, not me. I think everything was to like set me up for today. You know what I'm saying? Like the lessons I had to learn, the education I got, the game I received, like it set me up today to sit in these big rooms and I'm able to talk to executives that know what I'm talking about. Yeah. I'm able to go DJ in a whole nother place and know what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah. I know when I go do radios and do drops, like, they like, damn, you do this. I'm like, I used to be an intern. Yeah. Like, I know how to do a drop. Yeah. So, you know, I think everything is meant for me at this time to be like what it's supposed to be.
Nah, I get you. Your journey is super dope, and to see like you took all the steps to get to where you got today. It wasn't no like shortcuts. You feel me? It wasn't nothing.
We didn't fuck nobody over. We all had to, you know, we
that shit hella respectable for sure.
We did it the right way.
What is something most people don't know about you?
Something most people don't know about me. I'm damn near low key, like not shy. I'm just more private. Yeah. Like I'm laid back. Yeah. I think people think I'm always on some turn up shit. I'm really not though. Like
you like to be.
I could blend in the crowd and just watch shit.
Yeah. How has everything been for you? Is like with pushing the records, just signing. Like how has that brought you out your shell a little bit, or like how's that been?
I mean, I know when to like cut it on. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm not the party starter. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, I'm not the like walking in the party on some. Hey, we about to act up. Like, nah, I'm more laid back. And the deal kind of, you know, I think the deal made Oakland more proud. Like, and that's my goal. Yeah. Was to like show these other places like we got the same shit y'all do. Yeah. We got the same get money people. Our women is as bad as y'all women is. You know, we got all the fancy shit, the cars, the jewelry. Like we could do all that. And I'm really just want the city, the Bay Area to be respected. I want people to like you say, the hyphy movement was amazing. Yeah. But, you know, we got some people doing the exact same shit that Atlanta doing, New York doing, Detroit, Miami.
Why do you feel that it's sometimes we not getting the respect that we deserve or that we don't deserve? What?
Well, I think music is big. Like it's like music is a representation, and I feel like we never had our big dog who could like stand up and say, "This him." You know what I'm saying? Like when you think of Atlanta, if you go far back to like T.I.'s, the Jeezys, like Luda, like they had people who was like popping, so they represented that place. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like New York, you got your Jay-Z's and all that. Like our last technically representation was probably 40 and Short, and they did such an amazing job that 30 years later, niggas is still saying E40 and Too Short. Yeah, I just don't think we had anybody else to like. Nigga, I can stand and like I can stand next to y'all favorite rappers, but I also can make music like if like they could be with your favorite rappers. Like I think 40 and Short was making hits, and they still had all the jewelry and all the cars, so niggas respected them. But I think at home we might have had the look, but we didn't have the record. Yeah, we might have had the record, but we didn't have the look.
Got you.
So I think we just need somebody. Bay Area, come on.
Yeah,
we need one of y'all to be the full package, so we could be proud of y'all.
Is there anything that you want to address before we get out of here?
I ain't got no beefs.
No, not about a beef.
I watched the show. I be catching that question. Niggas like, yeah, I don't fuck with
This in general.
Nah, man. Like I said, I'm just here to make the Bay Area proud. I'm here to, include everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like even for yourself. Like I've been watching your shows.
I appreciate it.
So when it was time to even connect, like I was, off what we doing. But I want this stuff to help your shit. I don't want you to build your own network off this shit. I want producers to be able to get their first placements. I want writers to get their first shit. Videographers, interns. Like I want to be the person that these people allow, to use. Yeah. And I just really want everybody at home, like, let's all step it up, and because we geniuses just like everybody else. So that's really my purpose, just for us all to look good.
For my final question, I want to ask you. What advice would you give to your younger self if you just like able to walk into the room and see your younger self? You got 5 minutes to talk to yourself.
Damn.
What you gonna tell her?
Man, keep staying solid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never hated on nobody, so it's like, bro, don't start hating on nobody. Like, just be patient. Like, your shit gonna come. At some point, your shit gonna come. It might be a year, it might be 4 years, but eventually your shit gonna come. So I tell my younger self, stay down, man. Yeah. Stay solid.
Nah, I respect that for sure. Definitely a dope interview on the way. We got DaBoyDame in the studio. Innovators, dope interview on the way. I appreciate you pulling up.
Nah, I appreciate you rocking with me, bro.